Monday the 14th of August, and the new week is back round again, and they seem to come round quicker and quicker every week. Let's have a quick look at what we've got this week, and we've got 11 orders on Bricklink, highest lot count 38, so no massive orders. But you know, lot count isn't always an indicator of value. I mean, the order at the bottom there has got 3 lots, and that's the highest value. So you can't judge value purely by lot count. Equally, you know, I've had, I think last week I had one that was 100 and something lots and was about £15. So, you know, just judge them on value. That's the way I tend to look at it. Now on Brick Owl, we've got 9 orders, and again, no massive orders, 25 being the highest lot count there, and that is the highest value on Brick Owl as well. And then we've got just 2 orders on eBay, and we need to get those picked still. We have done a first batch of orders, done a few last night, and then more this morning. So let's have a quick look at what we've got going out. And this was the order I mentioned that was 3 lots, but the highest value. This was, I'm trying to think what they call the company. I think it's One More Brick. I think they sell kits and things like that. So 118 of these trans windscreens going out, and then 800 of these modified plates going out as well. Next up, we've got a few little Star Wars related bits. I think you can see even the parts of Star Wars. We've got a General Grievous leg, and we've got some other minifig parts as well. Now these 2 orders kind of go together. This one on the right came in yesterday, was picked last night, and then overnight another one came in. So I'll put them side by side so that I'll pack those together and save the customer on postage, so they'll get a postage refund for one of those orders. And then more sort of parts orders here. This one's interesting in that these are the sales that I found in the bulk box. In fact, there's more parts in here. These plates and things here were all out of that bulk box. So it just shows what you find does move as well. And then some accessories, some studs, some minifig parts going out internationally, more minifig parts going out. Another little parts order, a Batman, electro suit Batman going out internationally, and then over here more minifig parts and another parts order there. So that's the first batch. I'm going to get those packed up and then crack on with the remainder of the orders, and hopefully we'll get them all out before 10 this morning. Last batch of orders for this morning. Very quick look, because I'm in a bit of a rush as usual on a Monday morning to get to the post office. Parts order here, 40 door frames plus other parts going out there. Here we've got 3 of these tan minifigs, the skeletons. You know, these are from one of the chess sets, I think, and an instruction book. Got an order for lots of minifig heads and hair pieces, and a couple of other bits and bobs, and then little parts order. And then on eBay I took an offer on a couple of minifigs. This is St. John Prescott from Jurassic World, and Kevin from the Minions. So I'm just going to get those packed up and then rush off to the post office, and then probably take an half-hour break and then crack on with some other stuff. First job for this morning, now that the post's out of the way, is to get these Mickey Mouse sets uploaded. This was 3 times the Mickey Mouse set 43221, and lots of colourful plates in here, and you know, some nice new parts as well. We've got quite a few lots that are not in the store at the moment, so always good to be adding lots to the store as well. We'll get this out of the way, and then we're gonna have to get to some of the used bags that we've got built up. Probably look at the 1x bricks or something similar. I've been working through some of the things on my desk, and in particular these mixels, and you remember that I pulled these out of the used tub that I worked through last week, and there's a whole bunch of them, and various instructions as well. So I've managed to complete 6 of them, and I guess what's interesting is you know, some of them, they were none for sale in this country, although they're not worth much money at all. You're probably talking about £5 each. Some of them I've listed a little bit more, where they are the only one in the country, so we'll see how they go. Now I do have a couple more to complete. I've got one here that I just need to find some of the eyes that go with it, and then this one as well. I just need another one of these parts here, and ironically I had about 35 of these in stock last week, and someone bought them all, and wouldn't you know it, here I am this week needing one. But that's the way it goes. I've got this little guy as well. Just need a couple of these horns or talons that go on the top of the head. No instructions for that one though, and we'll get that one added as well. Now on top of that, I've been working through the remainder of the bulk tub, and I'm well down on it now, as you can see. Still got a little bit to go. Just been adding this to my various categories, and just building them up. As you can see, we've added quite a bit to the 1x1s and the slopes, Technic stuff. The 1x plates are growing, minifig stuff even. I've sort of expanded the minifig tub to include sort of accessories and animals and things like that. So you know, it's just a case of keeping going, attacking what I've got around me and on my desk, and then we'll look to maybe bring another tub across this week. I might break down all of the builds that I had last week when I sorted this tub, and get them broken down and sort those parts as well. But that's a job for tomorrow now, I think, and that's the beauty of this work, is you can kind of do what you feel like doing when tomorrow comes. You can very easily change your mind and decide to work on something else. As you can see, as always, I've got a hell of a mess going on in here. Never seems to get much better, to be honest, but we're managing to work through it anyway. Tuesday morning, let's have a look at what's going out today. We've got a A-Team Dimensions tag going out to Ireland, and then we've got some orders for minifig parts. This is 3 of these jetpack clips, and they're going to Hong Kong. More parts orders. This is the order that took the longest to pick, purely because it is every lot needed, you know, like 50 of each, 200 of each, 100, you know, so it took a while to count, and that's about £75 worth, all white parts. So really grateful for that order. And then we've got an order going out here for some collectible minifigs, another parts order, and then we've got 2 Hermione Grangers going out on eBay. And this is weird because these have been listed for ages, and then you get one sale and then literally within an hour got another one. So I don't know why that happens, whether eBay promote the other one because one's sold. I really don't know how that works. Now got my Harry Potter drawer out, which needs putting away now that I've got those, but I need to get these all packed up and ready for the post in about 15 minutes, so need to get cracking. We've picked up a couple more orders just after I got back from the post office. One of them I knew about before I went actually, which was this order for some basic bricks and a few other accessories. And then this one came in, which was nice because this is the 9-volt train motor that I found in the bulk lot last week. And if you recall, that was listed for, where are we? £39. And that's sold, along with a couple of other bits. So, really nice. And, you know, it just continues to show the value of the used bulk and what you might find in there. Now this morning I've got lots to do, as always, lots of used stuff to start sorting and getting listed, but I'm living a little bit dangerously because I'm installing the latest developer release of macOS Sonoma, and I've really almost no idea whether Brickstore and other programs that I use regularly are still gonna work once I've done that. Now, it's not completely reckless because I do have a laptop as well that has got Brickstore in it at the moment, so I keep that tucked away under here. So should disaster strike, I will still be able to use Brickstore on the laptop. So time to get cracking and get some of this used stuff sorted and ready to list once my machine comes back. I'm in the middle of sorting one of the categories that I've got at the moment, and I've decided to go with the round parts category. So this is a mix of various sort of domed cones, I suppose, and these round grill bricks, as well as their normal sort of smooth counterparts, and these plates with the axle hole in, and then all sorts of dishes, plates, cones, etc. So lots here. I just picked one at random, and to be honest, part of my logic for this is because I get so easily drawn to doing the 1x plates, the 1x bricks, the 2x bricks, the real sort of bog standard parts, and I always end up putting off this kind of category. And you know, it can be these parts that make the difference in someone placing an order on top of those regular parts. So I think it's well worth diversifying and forcing yourself to do some of the categories that you might not be you know, so keen on doing under normal circumstances, but that's what I'm doing here anyway. Wednesday morning and 5 orders so far for the day. We've got a Minnie Mouse figure going out on eBay for £6.99, and we've got a Ron Weasley going out as well, and then a few parts orders here. This one's largely flowers and various reddish brown parts. This one is only interesting in that it's a couple of parts out the bulk bin again, more train related stuff. We've got these couple of bits of track and these I don't even know what you call them, these kind of side rails that go on the bogies that go on the train. And then we've got a order going off to the States here for a whole bunch of collectible minifigures. So we're going to get those packed up, and then we'll continue with more used stuff. We might have a look at plates, or we might try and get through more of these bags that we've got laid around, and we've got boxes full of more bags here, so maybe it's time for the one by bricks to be sorted, get those added to the store. Plenty to do as always, and I've got some sets coming in today, some Indiana Jones sets, which will need parting out as well, depending on what time of day they get here. Another order came in just as I had finished packing the others, came in at about 9:05. It's 133 lots of minifig parts, and I was able to pick it in about 20-25 minutes, which means if I get it in an envelope now, it'll go to the post office with me this morning. So that's not bad. 133 lot order turned around within 30 minutes and in the post. I'm just going through these poly bags that I got in the bulk set last week, and I had thought about listing the poly bags as used, you know, since I've got the bag, the instructions, and the sets are complete, and I'm just checking them out. But if I look at this, you know, the sets are only selling for $250, and more importantly, there's not a single one sold in the last 6 months. So I think it's much more appropriate to sell the minifigs. So the minifig is not an expensive one, you know, it's maybe £1 or so, but I've seen these sell plenty of times. There's, you know, they've sold, what, 42 of these have sold in the last 6 months in the UK. So a big difference to trying to sell the poly bag. Now, you might not get quite as much, but at least you're going to move it through the store. So that's the approach I'm going to take. I'm going to separate out the minifigs, get them listed, and then we'll just break the other parts down as used parts and sell them that way. I just got a delivery in from Amazon. Ordered these last night. I saw a couple of people mention that these were going pretty cheap. But these are the Indiana Jones set 77013. It's a bigger set than I thought, if I'm honest with you. Quite a large box. 4 decent minifigures. All of these will be heading to eBay, no doubt. And these were £25 each, which I thought was a decent price. And someone asked me about a week ago in one of the comments, you know, how do I decide what to put onto eBay? And my philosophy is currently mostly new minifigures. So sets like this, the minifigures will come out and they'll go onto eBay. Also any sealed sets that I've got. So I've got a lot of sets upstairs in a bedroom, but we've also got various sets here. Some are sealed, some are not. So these kind of things would be on eBay. New collectible minifigure series would go on, and a few used minifigures. I must be honest that I haven't dabbled too much with used minifigures. It's hard to judge the value of them, to be honest with you. So what I mean by that is that when I'm looking at, let's say, a collectible minifigure, it will be, let me just see what I've got in here. So minifigures like these in here, let's just pour some of these out, are mostly, unless they're really collectible ones, not going to go for very much on eBay. You know, you're probably looking at £1 or £2. Things like this one in particular would probably be a more expensive one if she had the basket and she was complete. You know, there are some ones that are worth listing, and there may be some here that are worth listing. The librarian usually goes for a good amount, but again, if she's got the book and the stand and that kind of thing. So I'll usually make a decision based on the difference in price between what I'm going to get for it on eBay versus Bricklink. So most of these new figures, for instance, you'll see lots of them get listed on Bricklink, and they'll quite often be quite a bit cheaper than they are on eBay. Not always cheap enough to buy them and then resell them. It's a bit of a, you know, by the time you've paid the postage, etc., unless you're buying lots and lots of them or get them at a really good price, then probably not worth that. But you can usually milk a couple more pounds out of these new figures on eBay than you can on Bricklink. So for me currently, because I don't have so many minifigures, I don't put lots of used ones on to eBay personally. I did go through the process of buying a sort of light table and what have you in preparation for putting more on eBay, but I haven't put much on there so far. I have also considered though, but again it's just time and effort and getting around to doing it, is to list parts on there. So things like these, for instance, where I've literally got thousands and they're not going to go quickly on Bricklink. It would be very easy to have a listing on eBay for, you know, 10, 20, 100 of these in multiple colors, and lots of other parts that are in the store I could do that with as well. So that's the kind of thought process I've got. It's always evolving though, and given more time, I'd definitely add more to eBay. It's Wednesday afternoon and we've continued to get a few more orders in, so I just thought I'd show you them before I pack them up. I'm probably going to go and drop them in the post box, although this one might be more of a challenge. This is 1,000 yellow 2x2 slopes, and apparently the customer messaged me to say that they use these to add the pricing to minifigures in their retail store, so that was quite interesting. Next one up is a watcher of the YouTube channel, so thanks for following on YouTube and thanks for the order. And they've either seen this in the vlog or we're just looking for one anyway, but this was from the bulk lot last week, another item from that bulk lot, so it's turned out to be a great little bulk lot, that one, you know, with this going out, the train motor yesterday, and various other bits and bobs that have gone as well. So I need to get that wrapped up in some bubble wrap and get that out, and then a couple more parts orders as well. So we'll get these packed up. I don't think I'm going to get to parting these out today. I had sort of hoped to get these out. I've got to go off for an x-ray shortly on the troubled knees, and let's see how that goes. But when I get back, I'm probably going to get these listed on eBay, and I think that is probably going to do me by the time I've done that for today, by the time I get back. So I've still got a brick store file on the go for adding used stuff. I'm still throwing stuff on, I have been all day, but I haven't got to the bag of One by Bricks or much of the other stuff. I've just been throwing odds and sods on there, and we'll just keep continuing to do that till we've got enough value worth uploading. Thursday morning's orders so far. Let's take a quick look. Nothing super interesting to comment on, just regular parts orders. Did have someone here who's a watcher of the channel, and they had some parts missing from an order, for an international order I think, and luckily I had both the parts in stock, so was able to help them out with that order. And then a couple more basic parts orders, and then this one is a bit more interesting because this is an eBay sale, and these are all listed individually at about $9.99 I think. So that's a nice little order there. It's about £80 pounds worth, and it's going to the US. It's costing them a fortune to get it shipped. And one of the interesting things about eBay is they'd come to me and asked me after buying all of these if I could combine the shipping. And the problem is all of these were free shipping as far as I'm concerned. So I always price my things with free shipping. Now, each one I think is a separate sale. So then eBay are charging them about 40 something pounds to get this lot shipped to them. So they asked me for a discount. The problem is I don't get any money for that shipping cost. So eBay charge them 40 something pounds. I get nothing of that. I don't see it. I only see the £80 or whatever the magazines are actually worth as I price them, less my fees. And I don't see any of that £40 worth of shipping. So I couldn't give them any money back as a combined shipping cost. Of course, I could have refunded them something off the price, but you know, they're priced in that way on purpose. Yeah, it's a little awkward one for them. I did suggest that they contact eBay, but I'm not sure what they can do. And to be honest, they weigh a ton. They might not look an awful lot, but there's an awful lot of weight in those. So, and if eBay send them tracked, then the shipping is going to be pretty expensive anyway. I spent a little bit of time this morning adding more parts to Brickstore file. In this case, various printed and sort of odd larger parts that I've had laid around. Just wanted to get them out of the way and off the desk. So been going through those and adding them as we go. I've also just been checking out the latest competitions in case I want to try and win myself another guitar. And that's the only thing with winning is it's very tempting to you know, put more entries in, but I'm going to distract myself by working through this bag of 1x bricks. I've sort of talked about these before, how I sort of, you know, build the categories up a little bit, and in an ideal world I'd maybe fill an entire tub of this category before I sort them. Some people sort, which surprises me a little bit, some people sort 1x bricks along with other sort of bricks like the 2x, etc. Now I separate them immediately as I sort them, because otherwise it just seems like double the process to me. You know, otherwise you'd have to be weeding through the 2x versus the 1x, etc. Now what I do in here though is literally anything that's a 1x brick. So you'll have profile bricks in here. You will have these log, if I can find them, these kind of log type bricks, as well as the regular you know, kind of 1x6s, 1x2s, 1x4s, etc. But the first thing I need to do now is I'm going to sort through them. I've got a bunch of cups here on my desk. We'll sort into sizes and type, and once we've got those categorized, then we'll divide them into color and add them to the Brickstore file. So better get cracking and see what we can get out of this little lot. It's Friday morning now, and it's a really quiet morning actually. We've just had one order on Bricklink, which we've picked and got packed, and we'll pop that in a post box I think today, rather than going off to the depot, because it's just not worth the petrol in going there. So I'm going to just crack on with you know, all of the U stuff that I've been working on. So I'm continuing with the 1x brick. So here we've got the 1x2 bricks all bagged and ready to be put away. Just been and got a few more used bags. Always keep the used bags, not for sending to customers, but for bagging up parts for storage. And the way that I'll store these particular parts is in bags and in drawers, which I know isn't always ideal, but I find it relatively easy to just have them all in the same location. Then if someone's buying a bunch of stuff and there's a whole load of 1x2s, it's quite easy to pull them out and do them from there. Now, what I do want to do is, when I get some time, is to order some more of these plastic trays, because I do have some spare empty drawers at the moment that could take some of these, and they'd be ideal for putting the likes of these parts away. So I need to get more of those ordered in. I'm going to continue with the used stuff today. Not sure if I'll get to the Indiana Jones sets that we've picked up this week. That might be a next week job, but that needs to be done. Here's the order. I think I said I'd packed it, but I haven't actually packed it. It's here, ready to go. It's a regular sort of parts order for about 15-16 quid. I have plates here to do. I've still got some 1x4s, 1x6s, and other bits and bobs to get put away. And we'll just keep working away with all of the stuff that we've got sorted into little bags and things, and just get them uploaded to the store later today. So I'm just about to process an upload of used parts, 2,800 almost used parts going up. Mix of all kinds of stuff in here, 1x1s, printed parts, various round parts that I'd added to the file a few days back. Not an enormous amount of value, but this is more about getting the lots up. So there's 444 lots in here, and I'm going to come back to this in a second and finish off and get that uploaded, because the next job is going to be getting this put away. This is the first of about 3 trays of the Indiana Jones sets that we got in this week. So these are being parted out today, and I'm hoping to have them in the store by the end of the day as well. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so I'll need to get cracking. But first I need to get these packed up. One order I've already touched on. 3 more small orders have come in through the day. A couple of minifigs and a few parts there, and then a couple of parts orders, including this small one here for minifig parts. So going to get those packed away, upload the file that I just talked about, and then get these. It's 1 tray, 2 trays, there's a 3rd full one coming as well, and that's going to keep me busy for the rest of the day.